went to go get my art stuff this morning. So a little bit of context, I'm a GCSE art student. I finished year 11 earlier this year. And there's been a little bit of a complication with the whole collecting art stuff. So I thought I'd be able to get it before we finish, but then they were like, we have to keep it until results day, in case we have to get remarking and that. So results day came and went, wanted to know when it was, asked my teacher, she said sometime at the end of October, then early November rolled around and no one had said anything. Anyway, then we got an email basically saying we had to email the head of department basically to explain what you wanted to collect and when you wanted to collect. I emailed this week and basically said, hey, it's alright, I'd like absolutely everything. Can I collect it for Thursday? Which is today. I could have done it earlier in the week, but I didn't. So I did it today, went helped take my brother to school, and then I went to my high school. Sat in the reception awkwardly for a few minutes until someone turned up. Got all my art stuff, but my year 10 art piece. So in that moment, the person in reception, I mean, she was there the whole time I was, apart from I don't really know who she is. To be completely honest, I never went into the reception, but so I collected my year 11 mock, my year 11 final exam piece, and my sketchbook that I used for both year 10 and year 11. There's drama about that, so I will explain that in a minute. But yeah, so my year 10 piece was missing. I couldn't just wander into the school and be like, yo, where is it? So I came home, looked through everything, sent her an email basically saying, hey, I collected all my stuff but I didn't have my year 10 piece. I was just wondering if you still had it. Anyway, scrolling through TikTok, just saying, yeah, I'm currently home alone, so fun vibes. And I just received an email from my art teacher saying, oh yeah, by the way, we found it, it's now in reception, you can collect it when you can. So now I'm kind of debating, do I quickly just go and grab it now? Or do I wait and do it tomorrow? Or later? I mean, no, I'm picking my brother up later. So, I don't really know. I don't know what to do. Do I pick it up now? Do I go later? I mean, I do need to go out and take pictures for college. I don't know. So I'm going to show you what I mean by a little tiny bit of, not exactly drama, but I am annoyed. So just to let you know, I got a grade 5 in GCSE art. I'm not proud of it. I wish I got a bit higher, especially considering I was supposed to be getting a grade 5 in year 9, and so by year 11 they said I should go up about 3-4 grades, and I didn't. And actually, a month before they marked the actual things for the exam, they were saying I could get a 6. I was getting closer to a 6. So I don't know what happened. I'm kind of upset about that, but you know, at least I passed. That's the main thing. Anyway, so I'm going to show you my stuff. So here is the year 11 mock piece. I do really like that piece. That's going to go to my grandparents as a Christmas present because it's of their garden. And then we have this, which I don't actually like this one. Ooh. This is my year 11 exam. So this is the actual piece I did for my GCSEs. Everything got marked, but this was the one that I had to sit for 12 hours and do. That one also took 12 hours. But this one also took 12 hours. I hate this one, love this one, but I need my year 10 thing. So I'm going to show you why I'm upset, but also can we just get these special mentions of these paintings I did also of my grandparents' garden. Love these so much. Also, if you want to see another work of art that I did of my grandparents' garden, I recommend you go watch my first ever video because I paint a picture of my grandparents' garden on the front of their house. So yeah, I recommend that. Anyway, this is why I'm upset. Okay, and you're probably wondering why. Ignore that. So these paintings were just quick little watercolour paintings I did as rough ideas for a final piece. This ended up being the final piece vibes. Vibes? I don't know. These ended up being testers as well before the final thing, which you've already seen. Anyway, This page in particular is why I'm upset. I painted these solid colours, so just watercolours. I just did a wash of a colour, so the sky bit was just one shade of blue, this was just like one solid shade of green, and this was a solid shade of green. Same down here, this was just a solid stone colour. And then I used pen, like a slightly inky pen, to like do details on it like this, to like have just plain with the, and then the details done in a pen. I don't know, it's just the style that I kind of wanted to do in this moment. Whatever. Anyway, I haven't seen this art book since... When did I do my exam? I did the exam late April, just before the exam season started. So the last time I actually seen this book is April. And so I could be mistaken that I did in fact paint all this shading, but I don't have a pink that bright. I wouldn't have done the shading like this on the bird bath. I wouldn't have done the shading like this here or here. I then had a closer look, and the paint actually goes over the top of where I've done the pen, which has made me realise that one of 3 art teachers there at my school, apart from, I'm going to not include one of them because they didn't teach year 11, so, and I'm going to assume it was my art teacher because, well, I mean both of them, but they both have a habit of painting in students' books. This happened to one of my friends in the beginning of year 11 or halfway through, where they just painted one of her whole pages just red for no reason. And there was like huge problems, and the mum had to get involved. It was a weird moment. So the fact that before marking my book for my final exam to get all the grades, they kind of went through and painted in my book without my knowledge. I never got told, I'm never going to get told about it. And admittedly, yes, I could have done this and completely forgotten, but again, I don't own pink like this, I don't own colours like this. I'm not sure if it's watercolour or gouache, and if it's gouache, I've never used gouache in my life. So, I don't know, I'm a little annoyed because now this art book doesn't really feel like mine as such, because, I don't know, my teacher's just kind of gone through and painted on my work without my knowledge. Also, there's this page, you can't really see it, it's very faint. These little bits of paper that have just been like glued in, no notes, just nothing. I think I might have lightly sketched this one, I don't really remember, but I don't think I sketched this one. Now, I saw this before I saw the other painting bit, just because how it opened up, because there's like pictures here, and that, which were like reference pictures, which were in a pocket at the front of my sketchbook. If I can show you. Which is like this, which is just a bit of paper that I glued in, but to make like a pocket to keep all the stuff in. And to be honest, if you do GCSE art, I actually really recommend that you do that, it's very useful. But yeah, anyway, back to this page. So this was all in the pocket, and when I saw the stuff at the back, that's where I was looking. And then I saw these. I didn't stick them in there. I don't remember drawing this one, and I might have drawn this one, but I'm not 100% sure. They were rough sketches for my final piece of the sunglasses one that I don't like. And I remember my art teacher sketching these out as rough things to try and work it out, what she thought I should do for my final piece. So her sticking them in my book when they're not my work, I don't know, it's just frustrating. I wouldn't be really angry if it helped me get the grade that I, like, a better grade, but it didn't. I'm still at the same grade I was working at year 9. And it's not that I haven't improved, because I can show you my year 9 work and I have improved quite dramatically. But yeah, I still stayed at the same grade. But here's the thing, it wasn't until the end of year 11, after we'd done all the exams, everything, it wasn't until writing the personal or not personal, the final statement, writing about your work and then what inspired it and all of this, but you're not allowed to write, my teacher forced me to paint this, which is more honest to be fair. But yeah, instead of, well, no, we had to write down or circle which topic this was for, and I thought we just did art. No, we've been doing fine art this whole time and no one had said anything. That's why it's long, boring, and we only copy other artists and write about them. That's the whole reason you get the grades. Not if you're good, you just have to copy and write. That's how you pass GCSE art. It's very depressing. So I found my art stuff from year 9. I kept it in a folder because year 9 me thought that would be smart. And it was, but it just didn't really work for further year groups because we then had the thicker sketchbooks. This is a piece I did in year 9, actually in lockdown, I believe. So this is like what I did in 2020. Also, I did this one as well. It's not great. I've clearly improved since then. But yeah, so if you want to see all my year 9 stuff, let me know and I might do a video on it. It's like 25 past 1. I might go and quickly run over to my high school. I don't think it's raining. It's been raining all day. Hang on. I don't think it's raining. I might go grab it now. It might be better. So I don't have to go out again because I don't really want to do that. Is it raining? I don't think it is. Change of plans. We're gonna go get my art piece. Your girl is ready to go out. I got my keys so I can get out of the house, unlock the door. But yeah, we're gonna go get my year 10 art piece. Fun. So I'm now walking and I'm getting a bit nervous because I've already been there today and I don't really want to go back. And just be like, hey, go collect it now. I'm also hoping that it doesn't rain. It's probably going to take me under 10 minutes to get there, 10 minutes to come back, plus the amount of time they're going to spend there having to get it, which won't take too long. But I just hope it doesn't rain or start raining when I'm carrying it home, because that's going to be really awkward. And this one isn't a special board, it's like paper, so it will dissolve. Guess what? I'm back! So, I almost just fell over nothing. Literally just walked through the door. It is cold out there, but when you walk, it's warm and it gets to the point where you're so cold that you feel warm. That's probably not a good sign. Anyway, I walked in with 3 other people, not from my year group. One was like way older than me. Well, a couple years in that, and I think he was picking up his brother because he looked like he had an injury. Another one I assume is a teacher, but I don't recognise it. Anyway, I walked in to the reception area. I didn't sit down this time, so I just kind of awkwardly stood up the whole time. I feel like I should have sat down. That may have made it look less awkward. But yeah, I didn't. I stood there the whole time. The lady in the office had to leave to go get the injured brother. That was interesting. Had to leave to go get the brother for the other dude to take home. And then she came to help me out. Anyway, when I was stood there, my old English teacher walked past me. But she also recognised the other guy as well, so that was interesting. But yeah, just like, oh, hi. I felt like she knew who I was but didn't recognise me, because if you haven't watched my TikToks or shorts or anything, at high school I used to have black framed glasses and a side parting. However, I did get rid of the side parting in April, but you know. Go check out my TikTok. You can see how I used to look. But yeah, so anyway, she was like, oh, you're here for your certificates? And I'm like, no, I'm here for my art. Which, certificates is another topic I need to figure out, because I only found out they exist earlier this month. If you don't know what I'm about, when you do a GCSE, you get a certificate with the official grade on. I didn't know this, my mum kept going on about it, the school's never mentioned anything. I then googled it right at the end of October, and then I got a notification on the 7th of November basically saying, hey, yeah, certificates are going out now for your GCSEs, and I still haven't heard anything from my school about it, so we'll see how that goes.
But yeah, anyway, so the piece. So I eventually got it. I walked in. She was like, "Oh, you're back then. Did they bring it down?" I'm like, "Yeah, it should be in there." It's right at the top. I got it and I left. I would have filmed me walking home, but then there was people around and I felt awkward. Not only that, I think there was a service going on at the church and I have to walk past the church to get home. And there was a ton of people in like suits. I thought it could be a funeral, but not everyone was wearing black ties, some were wearing coloured ties. So I don't know what happened today at the church. Um, but they were walking into the village. I was kind of walking more out of the main part of it. And yeah, I'm walking next to a main road, looking like this. Honestly, a slay. I love this outfit. But also carrying this huge board. And I didn't realise as I was walking, I had it where the picture was on the outside because originally I had it in my left hand. And I had to swap over to my right because it was easier. And yeah, the whole time I walked home and the whole picture was on display and I didn't notice. So everyone who drove past me probably saw it. So anyway, you guys probably want to see it too. So I'll show you. So here it is. I think that's how I'm going to start saying that from now on. Got the clouds and the flowers. So this one is made from watercolors, but these were like weird inky ones. I don't know what they are. They just had them at school and I used them because I love them. And then I used a fountain pen with ink and I drew all of these. Now, I was originally going to do a etching, which is the it's like a lino print but with plastic. I don't know if you heard that, but that's just some more glass breaking off my door to the garden. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know about that. I recommend you follow me. But yeah, an etching probably would have been easier so I could have done a repeating pattern, but instead I did it this way and then I tied in the clouds. I don't really know. Not my favourite, but it's cute. So I look like a mess. I'm hot because I've just walked. I speed walked. But I'm also really cold because it's so cold outside. I don't even know what the time is. I didn't even receive that email an hour ago. I left here at like 1:30 and I got back like 5:02, or probably not 5:02, more like 10:02. Anyway, that was a really quick trip, but it was also late lunch. I didn't realise when I was there. Well, I did by the time I turned up and I was like, oh, right. Anyway, I got my pieces of art. If you want me to do a tour of how to get a grade 5 and what did I do? GCSE art? Let me know because I will show you my sketchbook and you can take inspiration. And then I can also show you how not to get a grade 9 because that's not grade 9 work. So if you want to get higher, then you can look at my work and realise how much you need to improve on. Or not, maybe, because I've seen some people's grade 9 sketchbooks on TikTok and it makes me sad that that was mine. Anyway, and again, if you want to see my year 9 work, which also isn't great, but it's fun, and if I can find it my year 7 and my year 8, let me know and I can show you them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed whatever this was. And I might see you in another video. Please subscribe, I love you.